submission for the Hitman.
Well, there he is, McMahon, the man who is self-proclaimed role model of the World Wrestling Federation, the man who has decided he is the one by which all the rest of us shall be judged, because Bret, the high and mighty, says so. Hail, Bret! Hail, Hitman! Yeah.
The Hitman, Bret Hart. Out over, getting his glasses, and best of luck to you, Bret. And
tell your story, walk it, punk.
Wow.
You know, I do my best to be obnoxious, but I can't even hang with the Hitman anymore. He outdoes everybody as far as being pompous and arrogant. As far as I'm concerned, his time off turned him into nothing but a bitter shirt.
Boy, I know what you're getting at, working with people that are pompous. I've experienced that in my time.
But you know something? Bret, of all people, should understand up-and-comers past guys who maybe are out of their prime.
That remains to be seen. Here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk about someone whose time it may be. Here he comes now. If Jerry the King Lawler is correct, then this man will be the dominant force in the World Wrestling Federation for perhaps years to come. Here comes the monster himself, Psycho Sid, the WWF Champion. And it might be, yes, that Sid rules.
Just take a look at him, McMahon. You would need kryptonite to have any effect on this guy. Shawn Michaels can beat his gums all he wants to. Bret the Hitman Hart can brag all he wants to. I think you could put Shawn Michaels and the Hitman in the ring together as partners, and they couldn't beat Psycho Sid.
I think you're wrong. Sid is the World Wrestling Federation's most expensive piece of luggage.
What?
He's the World Wrestling Federation's most expensive piece of luggage because we got guys like me and other WWF superstars carrying him here and carrying him there. Without us, Sid is a zero, not hero.
Psycho Sid, the reigning World Wrestling Federation champion. There's no denying that Shawn Michaels, ladies and gentlemen, very upset over what happened in Survivor Series, losing the World Wrestling Federation title. And of course, not only losing it, but in the manner in which he lost it, in which Jose Lothario was involved as really.
That is what's wrong. I have no problem being a man and accepting a loss. Bret couldn't do it. I can. He beat me. Fine. What I have a problem with is what he did to Jose Lothario. He's a 62-year-old man. You can cheer Sid all you want, but that, in any world, even in the 21st century, is wrong.
Well, let me say this, Shawn Michaels. Maybe what was wrong was you carrying around a piece of luggage like Jose Lothario. If he hadn't been at ringside, you might still be the champion.
You know, God forbid some of the superstars of today want to give back to some of the superstars of yesterday. And if I'm doing it, I'm sorry if it ain't cool to you, King. I'm sorry if it's not cool to the fans of Sid. But I'm doing what I do because I want to. I'm going to be me, whether anybody at this table or anybody in that ring likes it or not. You guys can't stop me from being me, and neither can either one of those two guys.
No doubt about it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The World Wrestling Federation. Look out!
Uh-oh. Sid turned his back. The champion turned his back. And Bret Hart, the veteran, is making him pay for it.
And being the upstanding citizen that Bret is, he jumped him from behind. What a
The
guy.
Hitman Bret Hart taking it to Psycho Sid. And indeed, prior to your matchup, Shawn Michaels with Psycho Sid, both of you stated indeed that you would do anything to be successful. I would suggest that the Hitman has taken a page from Psycho Sid's book right now.
Well, you know something? Bret Hart, you know.
Look out!
I'm never, ever going to take anything away from his wrestling ability. He is one of the best. And he's come out here and taking it to Sid. I'll be perfectly honest, that's what you got to do. You got to get to Sid before Sid gets to you.
Wrong. This is a big mistake. You can see it already. Bret the Hitman Hart should have never tried to make this a slugfest with a man as powerful
I'm
as
agreeing
Psycho
with you.
Sid.
I'm agreeing with you, King. I think that was a mistake on Bret Hart's part.
Big mistake.
He couldn't follow up. Oh, look out. And again, Bret will make the mistake of his life if he fights Psycho Sid's kind of a fight. If he wants to brawl, he's not going to win this thing. Ho! Down across the chest with a foot.
Well, that's Sid's forte. He's 6'9", 313 pounds. He's not a technical masterpiece. He's an intimidator. He overpowers people, not with wrestling skill, but with power and strength.
He's a wrecking machine, let's face it.
And the Hitman Bret Hart now, slugging it out again.
Wrong.
The Hitman Bret Hart with Sid. A little on the aggressive side.
Hey, Bret knows how to drop down, if you will, to Sid's level. Bret is the greatest technical wrestler around, but Bret, he can scrap with the best of them. I know you guys think it's wrong, but Bret's in much better shape. Sid's huge, but Bret is the man.
So are you saying this would be your strategy too, Shawn Michaels?
No, that's not what he's saying. Not to put words in your mouth, obviously.
No, but the thing is, you know, we're all different individuals. Am I the only one in the WWF that can figure that out? Can we all be different? Is that okay with you guys? Or do we all have to be vanilla and boring like Bret? God forbid you smile once in a while, or you have an emotion here or there. It's called real life, folks. Get to know it.
Words of Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels always one for candor, no doubt about that. Whether you like it or you don't, he'll tell you exactly what's on his mind right now.
Whoa!
Sid with a hard right hand. And Bret Hart is to the outside. He wants to shake the cobwebs out, but here comes Sid. Bret Hart.
He's running! He's running!
Can't get away from him.
And Sid, just hammering the Hitman.
I don't think Bret was running in fear. He was trying to get Sid back in the ring.
Oh, it bothers me, though, that that's his top speed. That's all Bret's got. He ain't the quickest guy in the world.
Well, again, your question as to whether or not the Hitman Bret Hart is past his prime. This match, I believe, will be very telling in that regard.
Physically, Bret Hart is not past his prime, but mentally, he's changed. He's not the same. He's gotten bitter, like so many people do after a matter of time. And like I said, of all people, Bret Hart should understand that, but he doesn't. He's now letting it get to him, and it's wrong, folks. Whether you like what I say or not, it's wrong. I'm just telling the truth.
Very interesting points made by Shawn Michaels. You may not agree with him, however.
Yeah, well, you know what? The truth is always scared guys in this business. That's the way it goes.
Boy, I can amen to that.
Oh, wait a minute. Over the top.
Oh!
And when you're dumped out on the top, what Psycho Sid, that's a long way down. Uh-oh.
Come on, Sid!
Sid to the outside. Now, unlike
baby.
the Armageddon rules matchup, there is a count out here, and Sid could have been disqualified right there.
It's the World Wrestling Federation Championship. It's like being underneath the boards in the NBA playoffs. You got to let these guys work it out for themselves.
That's right. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Up to a certain point.
The Psycho Sid hits the Powerbomb on the concrete floor. Obviously, understatement here coming. It's over.
You ain't kidding. It's
Here
more
we
than
go.
over.
That's what you're going to see. The Hitman set up now. No. Oh!
That's one thing about Bret Hart. He's always thinking one step ahead. That's where that experience, you cannot beat experience. I can't, but
Bret Hart, the spine of Psycho Sid in the lower back, hitting that steel, and now again in the lower back area, right in the kidneys. Bret Hart mustering all the strength he had to drive Sid into the post.
Well, see, one thing, again, about Bret Hart, and I like to think that I can do it too, what makes him great is that he can adjust to any situation. I know you guys say guys our size shouldn't be brawling with guys Sid's size, but every now and then, you got to go toe-to-toe with them if for no other reason to get their respect.
All right, the Hitman down across the lower back, continuing to capitalize on the advantage he gained on the outside of the ring.
Knowing the technical expertise of Bret Hart here, Shawn, I'll be very surprised if he deviates from the lower back of Psycho Sid, the balance of this matchup.
Well, you should. I mean, that's where Bret's going. He's going to go with his bread and butter. What Bret does between now and the end of the match, that may vary, but you know the one goal he's going for, and that's the sharpshooter. And if he puts it on, even as big as Sid is, Sid's done.
And with the sharpshooter applied, with the damage done to the lower back, it would even be more effective.
Oh yeah, Bret's setting him up. He's setting him up now. There it is.
Sid must mount an offensive.
Textbook Hitman, textbook offense.
Yes, it is. And Sid obviously much better on offense than he is on defense.
And the thing is, with Bret Hart, you know Bret's game plan most of the time, but you still can't beat him at his own game. Bret somehow still can can go back to the same game plan that has worked for him for years, and somehow he still pulls it off.
Well, again, that's why they call it execution.
Exactly.
It's not just the knowledge, it's the execution of that knowledge. And Bret, of course, is nicknamed the excellence of execution.
Bret, uniquely here a moment ago, just drove his elbow right into the spine. Now the headbutt. Then it was the shin into the lower back. Everything with a purpose. In other words, Bret, Shawn doesn't have a lot of wasted motion.
No.
Everything means something.
Exactly, and it goes back to the execution. Hey,
Here we go. Oh! And again, that will even do more damage to the back. The Hitman Bret Hart methodically now taking apart this monster, and quite frankly, I didn't think that could be done.
Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you this, when you guys put in your 2 cents worth, you're not overcharging. Now you're all singing the praises of Bret the Hitman Hart. Well, I'm not changing my story. I still think Bret can beat on Sid all night long and put the sharpshooter on him, and Sid will not give up. He's too strong.
He's too stupid.
I don't agree with that at all, King. Anybody will give up in the sharpshooter, and that's my prediction, and I'm sticking to that.
Yeah, I didn't give up to the sharpshooter. I stayed in the sharpshooter for over 30 seconds. I didn't give up. But then again, I'm no brain surgeon either. Neither is Sid.
Understatement of the year.
Nonetheless, both are great competitors.
Your point being.
Give credit where it's due. And again, methodically, Bret Hart taking Psycho Sid apart.
Point of the elbow, again, right into the kidneys. It's like a bullseye has been drawn on the kidneys and the lower back of Psycho Sid.
Exactly. It's one thing to have a game plan in your head, but then to bring it to pass in the ring is 2 very different stories. And Bret's making it happen right now.
Maybe this match should be subtitled the Physical Dissection of the WWF Champion, because that's what we're seeing here.
And you wonder whether or not Psycho Sid was prepared for this type of match, this kind of action from Bret Hart.
This is a
right
unique...
from the get-go, the Hitman attacks Psycho Sid from behind.
The steel is exposed on that turnbuckle.
And this right there shows the desperation that Bret Hart feels. He knows this might be the only chance he'll ever have to be the WWF Champion once again, and he's pulling out all the stops.
That's right. He knows that on his own, he cannot beat Psycho Sid. Can't do it.
All right, Sid over to the buckle, and Sid puts on the brakes.
Look at this.
Too much power, too much upper body strength.
To the back.
Right back to the kidneys.
Headbutt to the back.
Go with what's working, right, JR?
That's it. Dance with what brung you.
Oh, suplex. And that'll do even more damage.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess we could go on all day, couldn't we, Jim?
The Shea battle.
Time for a cover. 1, 2, and no. That left shoulder.
Price Bret did not hook the leg. Very uncharacteristic of the Hitman, who prides himself on his excellence of execution.
I'll tell you what, if you watch Hitman, he doesn't hook the leg much. He does not. That is the one thing that Bret Hart, a basic move, but he leaves out of his repertoire.
We have 1, 2, and this time.
There it is again. He doesn't hook legs. And if you want to beat Sid, believe me, you got to keep all of that big man down.
The Hitman Bret Hart trying to find a way to defeat the monster, Psycho Sid. Here we go.
I don't think he can get him up.
Oh! Snap suplex. Nicely done. Again, more damage to the lower back.
Now I wonder though, Bret is applying all the punishment, but how much is this taken out of Bret?
Right.
The lifting is Sid. He's a big man. It takes a lot of strength.
Right.
The Hitman, again, that could do it.
I thought the smartest thing Sid was doing was rolling over in his stomach where he couldn't be pinned. I don't know if that's so smart
Here
now.
we go, 1, 2, and...
No leg once again.
Now, I gotta tell you, if you're Bret Hart, psychologically, are you wondering what do you have to do to this big monster to beat him?
Exactly. How demoralizing is this to the Hitman? After all this punishment.
Oh, look at this! Set us up and Bret Hart for the ride.
That's gonna leave a mark.
And look, Psycho Sid holding his lower back in one hand, in anguish, in pain, nonetheless, continuing this match. Oh, forget about it.
And Sid's not going to execute a wrestling maneuver. It's a big right hand and another right hand.
Whatever works. All right, set it for the right. A big boot, and that worked as well. Now the momentum has shifted back to Sid.
Yeah, more powerful than a locomotive. Look at him.
And this is again where you wonder how much did Bret applying all the punishment take out of him. Now he's the one getting hammered. Can he last?
Off the rope, and boom!
Wow.
There's a power slam for you.
There's a cover. There's hooking the leg. There's almost a count of 3.
That was 3, wasn't it?
Don't worry, Sid. Don't get upset.
Sid hooked a leg. We're talking about the technical ability of Sid. Every now and then, the big man, he'll surprise you.
Oh, he's full of surprises.
The WWF champion to beat Shawn Michaels. See, I put it that way. So
yeah.
Shawn Michaels to beat the WWF champion.
Hey, at least even Sid acknowledges the fact that he beat the best. Again, my problem with Sid is what he did to Jose Lothario. Bottom line. For that, he'll have to pay.
Oh, with a clothesline, and down goes Bret Hart. Seesaw matchup, the cover, 1, 2, and there, Sid did not hook the leg, and the Hitman able to kick out.
Everything elementary, everything high impact for Sid. He keeps it simple.
Oh!
I never liked that maneuver.
Oh.
Cheater coming up.
Here it is, the sharpshooter. If he gets this on, it is it.
Look at that.
Great leg strength there by Psycho Sid.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to get plenty of that from Sid every time. I don't care if it's 20, 30, 40 minutes in. The man is a powerhouse.
Shawnee, have you ever been in the ring with anybody as powerful as Psycho Sid in your life?
No, I mean, at one time I thought Vader, but no, I felt the wrath.
Hey, wait a minute. Steve Austin.
What the hell?
Man, I tell you what.
Behind the official's back, coming in and doing just what he did to the British.
Steve Austin doing what he does best, and that's what he wants when he wants.
Bulldog, Owen Hart. Don't tell me that this match is going to end via countout. What a shame for Bret the Hitman Hart to lose the match in this manner. It could be his last time ever of becoming Wait a minute.
Well, Bret's not going to quit, I'll promise you that.
He's back in.
There is no quit in Bret Hart.
He's back.
And I'll tell you something, for those that may not be aware, Stone Cold is no ally of Psycho Sid. They're not buddies.
Well, certainly no ally of Bret the Hitman Hart either.
Yeah, but our Owen and Bulldog, and I'm a little confused by all this. They mended things.
That Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be in the Royal Rumble matchup.
Come
That
on,
was
Sid,
announced
get him.
earlier on. And
I'll tell you what, if Sid's going to sit around and wonder if he should punish Hitman's leg, I can answer it. You sure as hell do. Go after that leg. Go after that knee. Break him down. You got to beat Bret Hart any way you can.
The Hitman. Oh.
Finally, you're talking some sense, Shawn Michaels.
I always talk sense because I speak the truth, King, whether you like it or not.
Sid stomping Bret the Hitman Hart. The official trying to get this monster, the WWF champion, off of Bret the Hitman Hart.
I'll tell you something, you don't have to graduate wrestling skill as a valedictorian to learn those skills. That's just stomping somebody right in the face.
But that's the thing about Sid. He will sit there and tell you he's no technical wrestler. He uses the assets that God gave him to the fullest of his ability, and you at least have to respect that.
And the Hitman Bret Hart is in trouble. Wait a minute.
Bret Hart trying to run Psycho Sid into the corner, but Sid with a very unorthodox counter there, preventing the contact. And it gives Psycho Sid, this monster at 6'9", 313, the opportunity once again to use his power. That turnbuckle is exposed, and Sid, again Bret, goes face first into the turnbuckle. Bret Hart wanted to drive Psycho Sid into that exposed turnbuckle, and Bret Hart hit the turnbuckle face first. Bret may have a request for a dentist after going face first in that exposed turnbuckle.
Well, he's the one that exposed the turnbuckle, isn't
Exactly, and it turned against him, King. You're right.
Bret Hart certainly trying to gain an advantage there, gentlemen. But now Psycho Sid has the opportunity to reassert himself and use all that power. Uh-oh, it's a choke slam.
This one takes everything out of you, folks.
Just like in London. Oh my God.
There it is. We're covered to the hook, and we
It's
have
done.
both.
You can't deny the heart of Bret the Hitman Hart. I may not respect him anymore. I don't like what he's saying about me. I tell you what, he can still go.
Well, you may not respect him as a person, but you definitely respect him as a wrestling talent. No doubt about that.
Certainly I do. Just don't respect his opinion anymore.
Bret Hart and Sid.
Gut check for the Hitman.
Uh-oh. Look out, here comes the coach. Whoa! Sid almost going over. Oh, wait a minute. Both of them coming up right out in front of him. Bret the Hitman Hart on the outside, and wait a minute, Bret's reaching.
Hey, take it. It's your match, pal.
Bret's reaching for Shawn Michaels' chair.
Take it. There he is. There's the role model, folks. Grabbing a chair. Desperate times.
Bret's going to use that chair. Oh! Sid just leveled Bret Hart.
Get him, Sid, get that chair!
You're not going to count it. The referee's going to let it go here.
Sid now. With Bret Hart throws him back in. And wait a minute.
No problem with
He gave it to him!
Come on!
Shawn Michaels! Shawn Michaels was tied for Shawn Michaels! No! Oh!
Good God! A kick! Psycho Sid has just powerbombed his way perhaps to immortality!
World Wrestling Federation Champion,
Psycho Sid has beat Bret Hart!
And Shawn Michaels is hurt. Shawn Michaels.
We didn't. Shawn Michaels flat against the concrete.
And there you see a man who, in just a short period of time, defeated Shawn Michaels for the WWF Championship with the Powerbomb. He defeated Bret the Hitman Hart with the Powerbomb. Psycho Sid indeed rules the World Wrestling Federation. Unbelievable, the turn of events here tonight. In your house, it's time, and Bret Hart with a bloody nose, maybe a broken nose. And Bret Hart, he may have seen his last effort ever, ladies and gentlemen, as a contender for the WWF Championship.
Look out!
Oh, my, come on, Bret, no! Don't do that!
Bret,
Bret, no!
hey, Bret, come on!
Good grief!
Bret Hart exasperated. Bret Hart has taken his actions out on Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart is blaming Shawn Michaels for his loss here. Hey,
Oh, poor Shawn!
settling down.
Good God!
Shawn Michaels pummels, but there you see the man looking down on Shawn Michaels. Psycho Sid at the WWF Championship.
Whoa!
So long, everyone. Before we take you back to our studios, let's take you and show you exactly what happened here. All right, here we go. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Psycho Sid, I think, instigated this situation, but Shawn Michaels inadvertently cost Bret Hart. I don't think he meant to do it, but Shawn Michaels perhaps cost Bret Hart the WWF title. And at the Royal Rumble, Psycho Sid will meet Shawn Michaels. I can't believe this.
You're a punk. Newsboy, somewhere down the line, I'm gonna kick your teeth down your throat.